also going to be prepping the car to install a new ARB bumper that we have also Raptor coated onto the 79, and we're also doing a couple little other Raptor coating pieces as well, just sort of tying in the whole theme. And yeah, we'll just give you a full rundown of what we're doing and how we got to the point that the car is now. So let's jump into it. So what we are going to do now is just get the OEM bumper off of the 79 series and prep it in order, or prep it for the ARB bumper that's going to be fitted to the 79. So we'll have a look here and then start the removal process.
Whoa, almost kicked the camera. Another one, yeah.
All of these get removed.
Yeah, this has to come off like
Everything that kept the stock.
even this.
Yeah.
Because it needs to this bolt down to this.
So now we have the OEM front bumper removed. We're just going to see if there's anything else we need to take off. So the next step after we removed the OEM front bumper is to take off the plastic covers that are in the arches that will expose the wiring for the indicators and the headlights so that we can wire in the indicators on the ARB bumper. So it's just this plastic cover within the front arch here that we have to remove to gain access to the indicator wiring. So this is the Warn VR Evo S winch that we are fitting to the ARB bumper that's on the floor there. So Eugene's just checked all of the electrical connections in here just to make sure that it all was tight and properly connected, because you never know how it comes from the factory. So we're going to install this winch onto the Bullbar now.
So I was just looking if we can change where the mounting brackets are, but you can't.
No, it's like exactly where it is.
And nice, the wiring's at the bottom, so it gets wet. It's not running in.
It drops out.
Yeah.
So in the orientation that we had the winch on the bumper, the cables don't reach the winch when the control box is mounted on the top here. So we need to extend those cables that came with the Warn winch so that they can actually reach the winch from the control box. So that's what we're busy doing now.
Reconfiguration, bruh. Yeah, luckily I found some old cable. Huh?
So we're just going to cut a little bit of the plastic off of the control box so that the wires can access their points a little bit easier.
So, new cables terminated. Emission.
So we think that everything is ready and done to install the bumper now. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lift it up, put it on the vehicle, and see if everything lines up and fits.
We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
We just put it in here.
So what we are doing now, according to the instructions and what looks right, is ARB provide these very cool shims on the end of a stick or a piece of sheet metal that you can just break off once you put them in. So you will slide the shim over the bolts or over the shaft of the bolt on either side of the chassis, as well as top or bottom depending where you need them, and then you can just break off that shaft that you insert the shim with. So that's a very cool feature and a handy thing that ARB provide with the bumper. And we are just going to shim the bumper and get it all aligned nicely on the vehicle and check that all the gaps are nice and equal, and then we should be set. So the tricky part with any bumper install that we are busy with now is just shimming it so that all sides line up correctly and that it's equal everywhere. So that's what we're busy with now, is just shimming and equalizing all of the fitment. So we finish shimming up the bumper, so we just use one thick shim at the bottom here on the right hand side and one thin shim on the side, And then on this side we used one thin shim on the side and then two shims on the top, and we just torqued up the bolts on the chassis rail. So these bolts that you can see here are 54 Newton meters, their torque setting, and then this big bolt, the M12 at the bottom, is a 77 Newton meter torque setting. So we have fully tightened and torqued up all the bolts holding the bumper in place. So now it's just a matter of wiring for the fog lights and wiring for the winch. But other than that, the bumper is on. So that wraps up our install of the ARB bumper and Warn winch on the 79 series.